What's happening, YouTube? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are from around the world. This is Karthik Ramaswamy. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in for another video. Today I get to talk about one of my other favorite subjects that I haven't really talked about much, which is pheromones. Yeah, that's right. This is at the request of my boy Ross. He actually commented on my video, my Bliss video, a couple weeks ago, or a couple days ago actually, asking for a review on SOB, or son of a bitch, XS. Unfortunately, and I told him this in that video comment, I lost my SOB. I don't know where it went. I was hoping to use it on Monday so I can get an experience, have an experience that I can report on and make a video on, but unfortunately I couldn't find it. And that sucks, but that just means I gotta go get another bottle soon. Although these bottles are like $80, so they're not necessarily the easiest to restock on, but I go out of my way to make sure I have a fully stocked pheromone collection. This is just a little bit of it, showcasing a little bit of my pheromone collection. This is all I have with me at this house. Unfortunately, I did lose about half my pheromone collection when my apartment got flooded out earlier this year because the people above us decided to leave a candle burning and leave their house and leave their apartment and caught it on fire, whatever. Lost half my pheromones in that whole ordeal, but whatever. Let's get back right down to business. SOB. Why is it good? Why is it awesome? Why is it bad? What are the truths about it? Okay, so SOB XS. Keep in mind, when you're reading the description on the product page on PheromoneXS.com, don't be captivated and don't be sucked in by the advertising copy. Remember, at the end of the day, it is advertising copy. Granted, Steve-O does not lie. He does not lie. He's my boy. He tells the truth. And while the things that he says on the website may seem like a little too good to be true, they're not necessarily. The thing is, you just have to be honest with yourself. Can you really see yourself as being the type of person that can wear the blends that is being described and be comfortable exhibiting that vibe that you're giving off? The reason I mention that is because SOB, while it has a very attractive ad copy, it's not necessarily the easiest to use for all men. The people who are gonna be the ones that have the most success with it are the ones who are quite experienced with women. Believe it or not, and this may come as a surprise to you, I'm an absolute shit show when it comes to what to do with attention when I get attention from women. I don't know what to do with it. Whenever I get attention from women, I'm like, what do I do? I fumble over my words and I'm like, whatever. So I'm cool, calm, and collected on these videos because there's nobody around me talking about stuff that I know very well, comfortable, just like in my zone, you know? I'm like that in person too, but like, I don't know. When it comes to getting attention from women, I'm not the greatest. I don't know how to handle it. And that's just the reality of it. But that does not mean that SOB doesn't work for me. I'm gonna get to the ins and the outs of it right now. So, first and foremost, it turns women on. Period. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. It's a solid blend. It has just a couple different pheromone molecules in it, including copulins. Copulins can also be found in this product, Desire Me. It's straight copulins, straight up. Smells good. It's also pretty stanky. If you're not familiar with how copulins smell, they are rank. In fact, I petitioned for a return with Steve-O originally when I bought SOB because the description said nothing about it having copulins in it. And when I got it, I opened it and I was like, man, this smells horrible. So I petitioned for a return. I asked Steve-O, hey man, I need to return this because I did not expect this to have copulins in it. If it did, I wouldn't have ordered Desire Me. I got this in the same shipment as SOB, he was like, man, just keep it on the condition that you give it to somebody else or something. So what I did was I actually got a 3 milliliter sample oil, and I gave half of it away to my friend in New York City, and he's also had some pretty good success with it. So let's get talking back to it turns women on, period. Something about it, it just like hits them. It hits them so strong, right in where it counts, I guess. Not just in the head or the heart, but like where else does it count? I want to reiterate, like I said earlier, I'm the type of person that when I get this attention, I don't necessarily know what to do with it. So if you are the type of man that doesn't necessarily know what to do with the attention that you're going to get, I don't recommend this. This is more of a blend that is for people who would know what to do with the experience, with the attention. It can and will result in instant rejection. Why is that significant? And why is that even something to talk about? Well, keep in mind that when you wear something that is so overtly sexual and attractive to women, you're either going to push them in one of two directions. You're either going to turn them on or you're going to turn them off. That's just the nature of it. That's just how it works. It's a very polarizing pheromone blend. It's not necessarily a social blend at all. In fact, it is purely meant for intimate encounters or times when you are expecting to be intimate. And it can and will result in rejection, so you better get used to it. Can you handle rejection? You better be. Because sometimes I've worn it and it's just like instant turn off to some. But like the opposite, complete opposite is absolutely true. In fact, I've had people who are lesbians, women who are lesbians, outright approach me and talk to me, open me. They've like opened up insane conversation. So that's a very interesting result. It can either turn women on or turn them off, but most of the time it's turn on. It's better used at night. I don't recommend wearing this to work. I don't recommend wearing this with family. I don't recommend using it in the daytime when you go out to the grocery store because it's just not the type of vibe you want to give off everywhere you go. It's better used at night. The situations that I've found the most success with are at clubs or in group settings in the evening times. And when I say club, I don't necessarily mean club. I've gone to a bunch of shows. I hate clubbing. I hate going to clubs like top 40 clubs and stuff like that. That's not my thing. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that stuff. So, like, being around a bunch of drunk people just, like, absolutely, it bores me to death. But, like, there's other people out there on the internet that have had very great success with using SOB at these clubs and events. But I've used them at shows, like concerts, where I go and dance my ass off. And I'm a dancer. I love dancing, and I'm good at dancing. And it's got me a lot of attention. I've danced with a lot of girls because of it. SOB is great to use in these situations. And like I said, it's highly sexual, so it's like, it's very suggestive. You better know that that's the kind of encounter you're going to experience. And that's what is going to be triggered in these females' minds. Like, you are going to trigger the raw animal magnetism of the woman's heart and brain. It's a great standalone pheromone blend. It does not require to be mixed with anything else. I know a lot of other companies, man, they got like stories upon stories upon stories where like the customers feel like they have to mix it with something else. They have to mix one blend with another blend, and that's not entirely the case with, especially Pheromone XS. Pheromones, almost every single one of them is perfectly fine standalone. And I say almost every single one because there's certain ones like Connections that I don't recommend to use alone. It's really strong stuff, and it's really potent. Used alone, it can turn conversations dark if you don't consciously steer them in a right direction. And it's only dark because people become gut level honest with who they really are, and it's like a truth serum. But yeah, that's against the point. This is not necessarily a good standalone, but other companies, almost all of them out there, they are best used. Those blends are best used when combined with another blend. This is a great standalone product. In fact, whenever I use SOB, I tend to use it solo. I have used it with Bliss before, and I've been told it's a good combination, but you know, I don't know. I haven't really had much success with it. I think it's a little overkill of the Allo-THDOC, which is an ingredient that is found in both SOB and in Bliss. And speaking of Allo-THDOC, as mentioned in my Bliss video, it's a pheromone that like kind of taps at the people who are perceiving your aura. And it taps on their shoulder and kind of says, look at me, look at me. And the person who is wearing the pheromone blend is actually the target or center of attention, or like prime target in that user's or the affected person's mind. So like it's great for attention grabbing. It's great for calling out that you are there and you mean business. Especially in SOB, the way that it works is that it communicates that you're sexual, that you're trustable because of another pheromone compound that's also in connections, that you're sexual, trustable, and it commands your attention if you are exposed to it. And that's what I've also found to be true in the people that I've experienced being in my presence. Like I said earlier, it's group or club friendly. Don't use it standalone. And if you decide to use it around women that you already know this. It can polarize them, and it could result in unexpected or undesirable outcomes. If a woman is not naturally attracted to you normally, and you wear this around them, you may polarize her in a completely unexpected and undesirable way. If she has some inclination towards you sexually, then you'll probably be okay. And in fact, it'll be very favorable in that situation. But like I said before, it kind of creates an on or off. It's either on or it's either off with this pheromone. You're going to either get hated or loved. And that leads me to another point. Back to what I was saying earlier, is like be expected. Expect to be rejected. You better have some thick skin. But the ones that don't reject you, those are fun. Those are really, really fun and very engaging. And prepare for a good night. Anyhow, that's all. 13 minutes of me rambling about this. If you like what I've said so far and you like my channel, man, please go ahead, buy yourself some pheromones and use my link. I'm dropping it down in the comment section, or in the description, really. Use my link and support my channel. I get a little kickback from every time someone purchases on my channel, so it'd be great if you guys show me some love. If not, that's cool too. Yeah, check out their other products too, and definitely go online and do some research on pheromones. If you're not familiar with them for what they are, then go ahead and do your research. Check out pherotruth.com and discoverxs.com. Go on there and enjoy reading, and peace out, guys.